Welcome back to another video, guys. We are already halfway through a Cali trip. In typical fashion, every time I go out of state, it's really for only one reason. Somebody has a piece of junk for sale and I have a little bit of money with me. So in today's episode, I really have no idea what this is going to consist of. We're going out there for two different things. I was supposed to go yesterday, but I forgot that the bank was closed for Veterans Day. I couldn't get enough money out the ATM, so I ended up going to the casino, trying to pull money out of the bank teller and the ATM at the casino. And apparently they low-key locked my card or restricted me a huge amount. So I was supposed to take out a little bit of cash extra today and I wasn't able to. So I'm hoping that I can go to a bank when it opens. It's 8 o'clock in the morning and the bank, I believe Wells Fargo, opens at 9. So hopefully I'm gonna catch a bank on the way there and take out the rest of the cash. Hopefully, kind of hoping. They're a little too late. So I was supposed to be buying something that I really don't need, that I shouldn't be buying. It's in absolutely terrible condition and I have no idea what I'm even gonna do with this. I have no real use for it and I have nothing to actually make it worthwhile. I'm assuming that if you see this video, you already saw the title or the thumbnail, or this was already given away. So there's the Imola Red E39 M5, and if you guys are up to date on my channel, you guys know I've been talking about this for I don't know how long, and this is all I talk about or dream of is an Imola Red E39 M5. My dream spec is Imola on Imola. That's unfortunately extremely hard to find, and the examples that are, it's like 20-30K for one with high mileage. There's one for 28,000 with 170,000 miles. That's in no world worth it. So I found a sub $10,000 Imola Red E39 M5. It doesn't really get much better than that. The condition of the car, in any condition or any circumstance, would be better than the car we're going to buy. It's absolutely terrible and destroyed. But again, it's sub 10K E39 M5 in Imola Red. So I'm not 100% set on what I'm doing. Of course, that's my dream car and I want to buy it, and this is what I've been dreaming of. But again, it is a giant piece of junk, and if it's really just not the right car, I don't think it's worth it. Either way, we're gonna go pick up an Alpine White E46 M3 trunk because I've been needing one for the longest and I hate the carbon one. So either way, we're gonna make this trip somewhat worth it. Either we get both or we get one. We'll figure it out. So we're almost there. We got about 2 hours left and we'll keep you updated on whatever happens. For once in my life, I'm walking away. Boys, that car was not it for the price. Even, I'll pay 5K right now. 6,500 maybe. But that thing is absolutely trashed. Back home from my very unfortunate California trip. I did not buy the car for once. Having some second thoughts now that I'm home, trying to look for another Imola car and I just can't find one. So in the meantime, I made it somewhat useful. OEM M3 Alpine White trunk. I was able to grab a stock Airbox because I read up on some forums that K&N air intake is probably the root of cause for a lot of people having some weird stalling issues, and people said that exactly what I'm having, exactly what they dealt with, ultimately came down to this intake. So has the full box and the MAF. The only thing I'm missing is this little piece right here that scoops from here into the actual front, like the actual scoop. So I'm just missing that little ducting. But we got an OEM trunk, OEM intake. Now I can finally get rid of this disgusting piece right here. This will be for sale directly after. So let me go ahead and start disassembling this, get some work done, make this somewhat useful, and I'll come back. We'll touch on more of the M5 in a little bit, but let's get some work done first. The trunk did not come with the hinges, and it didn't come with the actual carpeting or anything like that. It also didn't come with this handle piece, but I mean, it doesn't really matter because I have this one. So we're gonna have to take off this. We're gonna have to take off these corner lights. I'm gonna have to take off this backing. And since it did not come with the actual mounting bracket or anything like that, I'm gonna go ahead and take off these two bolts instead of removing this bracket, which a lot of people do. So I'm just gonna take it off straight from here. We'll remove this little strut. And first things first, though, I'm gonna disassemble everything and get the wiring out. and then that way all I got to do is literally remove 4 bolts, both the struts, and this will come out. Just have to be super careful of the glass. I'll probably end up lowering this down a little bit, and that way I don't have to really worry about it. I'll put some cardboard or some big blanket over here, something like that, kind of protect the glass. So I'm gonna take this carpet out and we'll start getting this wire loom out of here. If you do see cars in the future with some system like this, see if they have sound deadening and stuff like that, because I didn't think, why would they put this all over the trunk? Yeah, okay, cool, you're gonna protect the trunk from rattling. So I don't know. This is this is excessive for absolutely no reason. I'm gonna try to rip some of this out here, but of course now it's kind of stuck on the harness. I'm just gonna end up ripping as much of this as I can. I'm just gonna rip it straight out. Welcome back to another video, guys. It's 8 a.m. early rise and shine junkyard visit. I apologize for any wind noise right off the bat. I'm probably not gonna film an extreme amount just because of that wind noise. I don't want it to be crazy. So I will pick it up as soon as we find some things. We should be looking for an E46 right now and see if we can get any parts. Home from the junkyard, I did not film anything because the wind was absolutely terrible, literally the entire time. So I was able to get a little bit more. I was able to get what I actually missed the last time we went. I still was trying to break into that trunk. That's probably why I was there the longest, but I literally could not figure it out. I was there with a big ass pry bar trying to get into it, still just couldn't do it. So I ended up getting 2 E60 sport steering wheels. I know these are a little bit different than the E60 M5 ones. I think these are like the E64. Both of these came out of 6 series that were the early, I don't know if they were 2010 or what, but both came out of those, and one was convertible, one was a coupe. And this one literally is in near perfect condition. I think some started peeling right here, but it's really not bad. And then there was this one, which is obviously in extreme dirty condition, but it looks like only a tiny bit started peeling right here. I know these are pretty hard to find in good condition, so I ended up just buying both of these. We got the LCM for the automatic headlights, 2003, BMW E39, got a little DSC button, little hazard light, got a little roundel, HOA plate. I don't even know where this came off of, but it looked cool. I'll hang it up. I got 2 license plate brackets for E46 because buying this new trunk, it does not have the bracket, so I'm gonna need that. Also, I picked these up locally, so these will be for hopefully the E39. I want to get another set or something else for this car. This looks good, but not perfectly there. These tires are trash and these wheels are super aggressive, even though it doesn't look like it. It's 18 by 11 and 18 by 10 in the front. It's pretty big for that car. I know a lot of people do run those, but still, it's quite big. I ended up getting this E46 MAF just for no reason at all, actually. This really, I have no use for it, but I know that a lot of the cars that we buy randomly and flip, a lot of them have MAF issues, and this was cheap enough just to go ahead and grab. I got this little BMW book only strictly because I opened it up and it has a little BMW right here. I like it, it's cool. I'll just keep some random paperwork in there. Oh, shoots. I grabbed a DME off of a 330i, 330ci actually. That's it. And other than that, I just got these little caps. Of course, you already know how it goes. This one looked actually pretty good. This one is faded, but the actual logo is still all there. And yeah, so that's our little junkyard junk haul. Added to the parts collection on the shelves. Got to get rid of some other stuff. Got to get rid of these, so I'll make some room for these. Once again, we're back on the road. So I don't know how this video is going to go down. I have like 3 days of random clips, 3 road trips of just random stuff that I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to film. We went to Cali to check out the E39 M5. I ended up passing and then letting him know basically like, hey, if you take this much, I'll come back. But he said that he'll have somebody else offer, whatever the case is. A little salty, so we're gonna leave that as is. We ended up getting the Alpine white trunk in the intake box for the E46 M3, just to later find out that the trunk had that little dent, and I don't want to align that trunk and make everything work just for that car to still have the dent. So I ended up finding Apex Arc 8s locally, and I went and picked those up for the M5. I was just browsing around because I really like those wheels, but I also kind of want another set of wheels for either M5 or M3. And I was just browsing around, and I found a set of TEs in Arizona that are the colorway that I like. They're at a great price, and they're basically in a perfect spec that I could put them on the E46 M3 with maybe a little spacer and it would look great, and I could put them on the M5 with the adapters and everything will fit, and I could use those. So having wheels that I can kind of universally use. Also, I could throw them on the F80 for the meantime. I could use those in all around on the cars, and I really like that idea. So we're heading to Arizona right now. I'm gonna stop in Kingman to pick up, once again, another air intake box because mine didn't come with the front scoop, and it looks like it's been sitting in a junkyard for like a year, and it's covered in dust and grime, and it's missing the factory sticker. So I'm kind of OEM booty hurt. So I'm gonna go pick up another one just for a good price, and it comes with the air duct, or the little duct for the intake. So we're gonna go pick up that. It's on the way. So we're gonna stop in Kingman to get this. We're gonna go to Tucson, or Tuscan, whatever you call, Tucson, some shit. We're gonna go there to pick up the TEs, and then I found a perfect OEM white trunk in Scottsdale. So I don't know how I'm gonna be able to fit all this in the little daily, but we're gonna try to make it work and pick up all 3 items and make this a good road trip. This video will basically be going to 3 different states to pick up all types of parts. So we went to Cali, picked up parts, got stuff locally in Vegas, and now we're going to Arizona to pick up some more. So we're gonna put this all in one big video, just do a quick little parts haul, and then we'll go from there. Just made our quick little pit stop in Kingman, basically in the middle of nowhere. Picked up a complete stock air intake box. We got the MAF, we got the box housing, come with the filter, and it came with the air ducting, so everything's fully in there, complete. We're gonna go ahead, head over to Phoenix right now. The guy with the trunk still hasn't answered me, but it's all good because I think we have to meet the guy with the TEs first to stay on schedule. So I'll see if possibly he can meet me after. We got about a 4.5 hour drive from here to Phoenix. So basically the road trip just started right now, but it's all good. I needed that for the M3. I'll just sell the other one because it's kind of ratty compared to the one that we just picked up. It looks all good. It looks all OEM and nice, not all dusty and disgusting. So it is what it is. On to Phoenix now. We picked up the trunk from Phoenix. We're currently sitting in the back seat. Kind of hard to see, and it's wrapped up in a blanket. We're sitting in dead stop traffic on the freeway. We have about an hour exactly, or possibly a little less. I forgot to check, but we're almost there to Tucson, and then we'll be picking up the TEs. Hopefully everything checks out because I hate driving and not getting what I'm there for. So hopefully everything's good, everything checks out. Hopefully they look as good as they look in the pictures. But we're enjoying a little bit of the scenery. It's pretty nice out here. It's actually cool outside, but not too cold, not too hot. Nice weather, cooling with the windows down. So yeah, we'll make it through this little stint of the journey, get those TEs, and what I'm not looking forward to is a 6-hour drive directly home. It didn't feel too bad driving here because we did that little drive 2 hours, take a break, get something, drive 3 hours, get something, drive another 2 is what we're currently in. It's definitely felt like a long day, especially that I've been up since like 5 or 6 a.m. and we shouldn't be home till like probably 2 a.m. probably. Most likely what time we're gonna get home. So we'll get through this and we'll enjoy a little bit of a scenery in a full moon, and then we'll see some werewolves, fool. We're stacked up, boys. TE37s, my first pair. Welcome me to the community. We got the trunk down here, a little M3 badge. Trunk actually fit. There's not too much pressure right here. Most of the pressure is on the back, so the trunk's good. The edges are loose, so really not hitting anything. So the trunk should be good. This is our wheel setup. I have the intake in the trunk, literally outside of Walmart. All right, boys, I'm back home. The bank account is drained. I think I went a little extra. You know, sometimes when you have cash on hand, it's great, but I start losing myself a little bit. Accidentally got a little too much. So I don't think I've shown like random clips. This whole video is going to be a mess because it's supposed to be buying the Imola Red M5, but that car was absolutely destroyed. And there's no point. We already did so much work to the Avis blue car. The Imola Red car would need everything we just did times 1,000, and then it would still be disgusting and totaled. So besides all that, we made the best of it, and here is here is the new setup. So I got some M parallels. These are refinished, so they're not OEM. They look really good. The finish and the silver looks absolutely great. They look shiny. They look great on camera. They look great in person. They're basically on brand new Michelin Pilot Sports all around. Only real flaw was you can see some of the clear coat cracking. They probably didn't prep so well, or just something happened in the coating. Other than that, they look fantastic. They look amazing. Yes, I know OEM butthurt want the OEM finish, but OEM finished perfect M parallels are like $1,000 to $2,000, and they're just extremely hard to find. So besides that, these were a good deal. I bought these locally. These Apex Arc 8s are like, I think they're 18 by 9 and 18 by 9.5. Perfect for the E39 M5. These is what I've perfectly been looking for. They're in the hyper black, like the darker anthracite version. Honestly, they said they're hyper black, but these might be the anthracite. I really don't know. I thought the hyper black was a little more shiny. Either way, these will be perfect for the M5. They do have some blemishes, but they came on all good matching tires and can't really complain. I picked these up locally real quick. Really nothing to go wrong there. We got the TEs, is what we just got back home from getting. And these, again, they're not a perfect set at all. They're 18 by 9.5. Squared, so I don't honestly know what car they're going to go on. It was more of a extreme impulse moment. I've been wanting these for a minute. Every time I see these for sale, especially in SoCal, Vegas never has any, Arizona really never has any. Every time in SoCal, people are asking like $3,500 for TEs with no tires, and the specs be all over the place. Someone has a spec of 18 by 8.5. and they want $3,500 no tires. Like, what even is that? Nobody's gonna pay that. And if someone does, then I guess you played yourself. But these were literally half the price. Half the price. This is the colorway that I like. I want either these or the just pure silver ones, but I really like the double pressed black or whatever. I really like this one. It came with all 4 tires. 2 tires, seen better days. 2 are okay, but it is what it is. These, of course, they're not perfect. Literally, these wheels go for like $4 grand with tires. I literally paid half. So buying a set of TEs for $2K or under is extremely hard to find, especially in 5x120. These were a Type R. These were on a Type R, so that's the spec. They're 18.9.5. I think like plus 38 offset. So they're not going to be crazy aggressive, but I made sure that the bore size is different. I just tested it with a spacer. You can see there's like a peeling in the sticker, and they have pretty minimal curb rash, but it's kind of hard to tell because of the lip finish. But who cares? I will use these. Honestly, I don't know. After seeing them, I think they'll look great on the M5. So I might put these on the M5 and put these on the M3. But again, I kind of got out of hand, and I'm not done because there's another set of Arc 8s and silver that this would absolutely look amazing with just pure silver wheels. So might have to go back to Cali and pick those up. Anyways, we picked up the other trunk from SoCal, and that's right here. I installed it, but it has a tiny bit of a gap right here. Actually, the gaps line up perfectly, but in height-wise, it needs to go down just a smidge, but I didn't want to go fully crazy lining it up. This side's a little worse, but when you come over here, it looks absolutely great. The paint matches basically perfectly. You can't really tell when I bought it, but now that it's on the car, dented. I literally could not tell. I could not see it. The trunk was super dirty, and it being white, it was so hard to tell. And it's literally in perfect line with the body line. It's dented right here. So I stopped immediately from lining it up. I'm just not gonna deal with it. I bought this trunk for 80 bucks. Not gonna complain. I'll put it on the shelf and it'll be art. So going through Scottsdale, I was only supposed to go to buy these. I hit this guy up a while ago to buy this air intake, and he was in Kingman. So literally everything for once actually lined up. Going to the SoCal, everything was terrible. Going to Arizona, I was able to stop 2 hours in perfectly. Going through Kingman anyway. Picked up that, 80 bucks. I bought this one for 80 bucks as well. This one is destroyed and disgusting. That one is perfect. So 80 bucks in Kingman. Pulled up to Scottsdale. I paid $300 for the trunk, which is what they typically go for, and the trunk's literally perfect. So it came off of a low mileage Alpine white. It has the VIN sticker. I just need to throw on a badge, and this one didn't come with any of the locking stuff, so it's okay. I still have all mine. Swapped that over. Then so Kingman, 3 hours to Scottsdale, then another 2 hours to Tucson, and picked these up. They fit in the car perfectly. Everything literally worked out. We got home good, safe. Was a long trip, but we got it. So everything worked out. I got what I wanted. I got what I paid for. And now I have a collection of junk in this garage. So I know this video probably has random clips for all over. Everything was supposed to be an individual video, and really nothing actually came to fruition. So here you guys go. It's probably gonna be a long, chopped up, random clip video. It's gonna be all over the place. Follow along, do the best that you can. We'll come back with some more formatted content. But other than that, we just did a little part spree. My garage is filling up. Those need to go. I got those for free. Those are random parts. Don't know what I'm doing with that. New tires for the F80 and old piece of junk. Still not fixed. I recorded a whole nother video replacing something else for the power steering system. Literally got worse. So I really don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I have a new steering rack sitting in a box behind the heat shield. So if it comes to it, we might do that. But let's just try some simple stuff. Let me swap over the intake box, clean the MAF, and we'll go from there. But that'll be another video itself. I don't even know how long this video is gonna be or what it's gonna contain. I appreciate every single one of you for watching. Thank you for following along with my shenanigans, keeping up with me. I know we're a little sporadic and all over the place and jump from one thing to the next, but I love all you guys and I love your support. I appreciate everybody for staying along with me. And yes, we'll be back hopefully with some test fitting, figuring out some fitment for all the wheels, all the cars, getting that trunk on, getting that intake on, and hopefully this car gets a little better. So I'll see you pretty soon, guys. I appreciate all of you. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be back ASAP. Later, guys.